You know, people in the chat, sometime when you hear a certain song or intro, you know you about to get ready to have a good show. Well, we had this intro, the old intro that's been going on probably about close to 2 years. Now, today, with the help of Anzo and Shifty, here's our new intro to Square One. I hope you enjoy. Oh, hell.
Fuck that up, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I gotta say though, I love those things Shifty does. That's fucking amazing. I love
Man,
it.
Fucking
intros.
fire.
That intro. Yeah. Chills, buddy. Thank you again, Shifty. Thank you again, Anzo. Appreciate it.
I had that beat for myself, but I remember Danny was like, okay, Square One. I was like, shit, I forgot I had to do that intro for Danny. So I was like, all right, let me just give him the fucking beat that I wanted to use.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. This is another edition of Square One. It is Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The usual suspects are in the house. Well, some of them. We missed Roberto again. He was able to stop by, but he's here in spirit. I also reached out to Becky, but she has some errands to do for her dad. So we're gonna rock and roll with our usual three, which would be myself, Anzo, and Chris Knight. How y'all doing?
Yes, I'm doing good.
Well,
Man. I'm gonna have to give Roberto a real fucking ear lashing at this point now. You know what I mean? And sick and tired of this guy just missing every goddamn Saturday, because what family shit? Fuck that.
hey, Anzo, you know, man, ain't nothing stronger than family.
Roberto, you're breaking the code, man. You're breaking the brotherhood. What's up with that?
Facts.
Well, we're gonna go in
and
and
then in the background, then they hear at least he does
that. really, Miss Anzo? Really?
You know what I mean?
Really?
You know what I mean?
Well, we're gonna talk a little bit of NBA and a lot of NFL. I'm gonna go ahead and get the topics ready. First topic is Devin Booker. Is this brother being snubbed, man, from the MVP talk? Because, man, his numbers are through the roof. And a very interesting fact I found out that most of the time the MVP is the best player on the best team at the time of the voting. Did not know that. The past 10 were the best players on the best winning team with the best winning percentage during the time when the votes really mattered.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, that is Devin Booker, but he's not even in the top 3. So is
And
this
the
a
stupid
snub?
part about
Oh, go ahead.
sorry, I thought you were finished. No,
I'm
I
just
was
saying,
just
is
saying the
this a
stupid
snub?
part about it is they don't wait till after the season. You know what I mean? I think the MVP voting should be done after the playoffs and after who wins the championship. I think that's when it should be done. I know it's regular season MVP, and I'm fine with that, but I still think it should be the whole body of work. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to make the playoffs to be there, but I think you add more people in the runnings if you wait till after the season.
I
Because there's a
think
lot
that
of good
it's.
players on on trashy teams.
I agree, but I think it should be at the end of the regular season because that's the MVP.
Yeah.
Because there's a separate MVP for the playoffs. Because if you win the championship, there's a finals MVP.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think those should be two different things. So I think at the end
No,
of
I
the 82 games, okay, that's where it cuts off. People that's going to vote. Then you start it again to see who's going to make it to the finals and then who's going to get the finals MVP. Because that is
no, I
fluid; it
agree
could
with you.
change. Yeah.
I agree with you, but I think they should announce it after the season is done.
Oh
That's what I'm saying. You know
I
what I
thought you were
mean?
saying,
Yeah.
You
yeah.
think they should be like an award show like the NFL does, like after the season's over?
Right. And then regular season MVP, and then you do finals MVP, playoffs MVP.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, well, let me ask you this. This isn't exactly on this topic, but it's similar. Does the NBA require that every team send somebody forward to the All-Star game?
No, that's
Okay.
impossible. As long
Well, you
as, like,
see, you see that goes down the same line. Well, and you're right, it's a little different, but in baseball, every team has to send at least one player. So even if a team sucks and they don't have any good players, what they do is they take the best of the worst
but
and send
how many baseball teams is in the MLB?
32.
Okay, but then there's 11 positions on the field.
Yeah.
Then you
Well,
got 22 potentially 22 positions, so you can do that.
yeah, but I still this goes down the same way, kind of like waiting until the end of the year to announce it and things like that. There are certain rules and certain ways that things are in different sports that don't make any sense. I'm sorry if your team sucks, you don't need to be sending anybody to an All-Star game. What
But
sucks, guy, right now though is that
I don't agree
like
with
well like you said, all they're at the top. His numbers are great, and yet it seems to be like they're bucking the conventional thought for voting, which is it should be him, but it's not. And that's a snub. That no matter how you put it, if you can show consistently, not every year necessarily, but consistently, you can say, look, best team, best numbers, that guy got it. If this year that's not going to happen, then that's a snub. That's like literally saying, here's the regular way it normally plays out. And no, this guy's not going to get it. So yeah, that's a snub in my opinion. And I watch
The one thing
basketball. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, finish. Just finish. I thought you were done. Finish.
I watch basketball. My biggest thing with basketball is there's a lot of favoritism in a lot of ways. People who get fouled but don't get fouls called on them because, well, they are the league. They are the people who the league wants to be the name. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen in every league. It does. But I see a lot more of it in the NBA. Maybe because it's faster paced. There's a lot of stuff going on at one time. It's a little, it's a different game from most other sports. But this definitely kind of falls in that line of I sometimes just shake my head and go like, why? Why is that going on? What's the problem here? Why can't this guy get a break?
I think the NBA is a little bit different because it has 6 fouls. The other sports don't have that. Unless you just really like fight or do something really dirty, you're not gonna get kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
So people are paying big money to see. I want to see Michael Jordan. I want to see Larry Bird. I want to see Magic Johnson. So if they've
I don't disagree with
that. What I'll say is I don't think that MVP should be held to the best team though, right? Let's say you have John Morant, who's been killing it, right? But his team is like bottom of the barrel, but he's like leading the league in scoring or whatever, I still think he should be considered MVP.
Well, I think that they should have, and I don't think it should be the only vote, but I should think that there should be some statistics and analysts a part of it who look and say, okay, here's the deal. Let's say Moran right there. You can go back and you say, I don't know, what's the record of his team right now?
They're number one in their, and number two in their division, 2 or 3.
Yeah, they're doing good. They're doing good. But I was just saying if they were doing bad.
Okay, but there you go. If they're doing bad, and you can say, okay, they won, you know, there's 82 games a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's 82 games, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So let's say at the end of the year, they're 32-50. But you can go back and look at those games and say, Moran scored X amount, had this many assists, and you can attribute over half of those wins to him. That to me would increase your
worth.
Your worth, yeah. And that should kind of put into that vote too. Because there are players, and it's more likely in the NBA than it is in most sports, that a player can carry a team. It's not like that in every sport. You can get a really damn good player, and you know they can carry a team pretty far. So I mean, that should be something in it too.
Yeah, what it is, I think too, that we get more scrutinized in basketball is that, yeah, you could be scoring all this and doing all that and having the most rebounds, most assists, that kind of stuff. That's more on an individual thing. When it comes to MVP, a lot of them base their vote on, did this person make the team better? Like 2 or 3 years ago, Memphis could barely break the top 8. Now they're number 2 in ranking. So Ja Morant, that should increase his worth and value to me in the MVP race. But like you said earlier, if you're a good player on a bad team, maybe you should make the All-Star. I don't agree with that for the simple fact, and I'm going to use Michael Jordan. When he first came to the league, he was an exceptional player on a crappy ass team. But people wanted to see him, and I think he deserved to play. And there's several other players, but he just comes for LeBron James. Cleveland Cavaliers suck, but he took him to the fucking playoff, to the championship. So he definitely should make it. So I don't necessarily think that one is tethered to the other one, but I think it's just like your numbers. If your numbers say this, then you should get it. If your numbers don't say it, then you don't get it. But I definitely think Devin Booker is being snubbed.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, and there's a lot of evidence, like I said, that points to that.
Yeah, he's not in a very good market either.
No.
And then Chris Paul seems to be taking a lot of. I mean, Chris Paul is a good floor general. So he knows what he's doing. He's making them better. But now, since he's out, Devin Booker numbers have gone up, and they're still winning. They won the last 8 of their 11 games. So he's still doing his thing.
And the Lakers suck, and LeBron James is still being considered MVP. He's still in the
he's not in the top 3. I think he might be
no.
Now, right now it's Giannis,
Embiid, Giannis,
and Jokic.
And I don't know what the third one is.
Jokic.
Oh, really? Jokic? Okay.
Yep.
Big man league right now.
Those are the 3. All right. Second topic. Kyrie Irving. See, I'm back, suckers. Y'all couldn't hold me down. I outlasted this COVID. New York mayor is lifted the restrictions.
So did I, fucking Kyrie. So did I.
And guess what? He is playing all games now, and I think they are going to peak at the right time, and they are going to be hard to beat.
Well, you got a guy.
Huh?
Go ahead, Chris. You first. No, you first.
You got a guy who's played half a season. I mean, basically, this guy's rested up. I mean, it's dangerous. It's real dangerous right now.
They're in the AFC, though. They got to make up a lot of ground.
Right. Yeah, they do. And a lot of people are saying they won't even beat Philly. Right. So I don't know. I just I think there's a changing of the guard in the NBA, man. We're watching the changing of the guard. We're watching LeBron. We're watching Durant. We're watching Kawhi Leonard, all these superstars a couple years ago are being pushed to the back by Giannis and Embiid, John Morant, all these young
Um,
guys. The league is turning to the young guys right now.
Well, they're
well,
73 games in, so they got 10 more games to make
yeah.
their move.
Okay, so I heard a real, just absolutely bonkers stat the other day. The oh God, who was it? I can't remember I don't remember the team, but some like one or two NBA teams have a younger starting lineup than the Miami Hurricanes and another college basketball team.
They're
That
gonna be Memphis.
might be, but here's the thing. That's exactly what Anzo's talking about. Some of these guys are just jumping and saying, screw going to college. And you got college teams that are older than NBA teams. It's just, that boggles my mind completely. But
And
that's
the thing
my,
is,
like, I can do my shit up there
mhm,
because I don't need to go to college.
it's a faster league now. You know what I mean? So these young guys are running up and down the court, and the old man them can't hang, bro. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? They can't hang anymore. Yeah, LeBron James is LeBron James, and he's always going to be a force on the court, but he needs to have young guys around him. He's not going to be the one to lead a team anymore. Kawhi Leonard's not as old, but he's been injured way too much. He needs young guys around him as well. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. When you look at all these teams, like, who would have fucking thought that the Bucks would have won the championships a couple years ago or last year? Was it last year? Last year. Who would have thought
Mm-hmm.
that?
No, they won it last year. I think Phoenix won it last year, didn't they?
I think so.
Phoenix?
Phoenix won
I
it
think so.
last year.
No, Phoenix ain't win no championship.
It was either Phoenix or you. I don't think the Bucks won it last year.
Hold
I'll
on.
tell you in a minute. Who won the championship?
You find it?
NBA.
2020, right? No, 2021. What am I saying?
The Bucks won it, but damn, I thought the Phoenix Suns won it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was the Bucks.
That was their first year?
Giannis.
Or
That was
second
the first
time?
year, yeah.
Last year?
Who won in 2020? Let me see. Lakers won in 2020.
Who won it in 2020?
Lakers.
Damn, I thought Phoenix won it. Okay. Yeah, it's crazy.
2020.
Yeah, I never thought the Bucks. I thought the Bucks won
Or-
the season
or that-
before. I thought Phoenix won it last year. But you're right.
Or that Phoenix would even be in the finals, right? Do you
No.
remember? Do you remember what I said about Phoenix like 2 years ago on this
Mhm.
show? Huh? I know Caleb might remember. If Flash was here, Flash would remember. Because we were talking about Chris Paul going over there, and I said I don't care if Chris Paul goes over there. Phoenix Suns will never touch a finals. Year later, they were in the fucking finals.
Don't never, ever say never.
For real.
These
For
teams,
real.
like the NFL. Man, some of these teams that was winning last season, I don't ever want another season like that again.
You see,
Oh,
Anzo,
it's gonna
more
be
proof.
worse.
This is just more proof that you can take an innocent man all the way to the chair, man. I'm telling you. You think something, and the exact opposite is more than likely going to happen.
Ain't no one asked for your motherfucking 2 cents, Chris. All right? I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it.
Who do you want for your attorney? Anzo. No.
It ain't like I'm thinking I'm much better because I say some shit and it's like, okay, yeah, I know it's wrong now because yeah, it goes wrong for me if I say it's going to happen.
But boy, I'm glad Kyrie stick to his guns, man, because now I think more NFL players are going to do that. And now, so he came out on top. So good for him.
Hey,
Good for
listen,
him.
man. We all
What?
knew that sooner or later the restrictions would be lifted and then we'd go back to normal, right? He knew that. He just had to hold it out, and that's what he did. He
Well,
wasn't
what would make it
interested in.
sweet, boy, if them suckers go to the championship, win it. Oh, he looked like such a genius.
Well, I'm gonna say this: even if they don't move up, how far are they out of like seventh or eighth? Like,
Oh, they in eighth place now. They way behind. Let me look. I just had it pulled up.
because
Right now they are 38 and 35, just above 500.
God damn.
And the number one team is 47. So they 9 games behind. Miami is first.
Okay, that's
They
9
got
games.
10
But
games left. So they got to win all 10 games to catch up with Miami. But
yeah,
they can't
yeah,
catch
and then
up
they have to
because,
get lucky.
yeah, they might
Right, they
can
have
bump
to get
up
lucky.
maybe the 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
But then those teams going to lose a streak too.
What's record? What's fourth? What's the record?
4th is Boston, 46 and 28.
46 and 28. It'll be hard to catch them as well.
Right now they're 8.5 games behind Miami. Toronto is 5.5 games behind Miami. Cleveland is 5.5. Bulls is
Toronto's in
4.5.
second?
No. Miami's first.
Oh.
76ers is second.
Oh, okay.
Milwaukee's
Okay, you
second.
were going from bottom up. I got you.
Boston is 4th. Chicago is 5th. Cleveland is 6th. Toronto and Cleveland tied for 6th and 7th. And then Brooklyn and Charlotte tied for 8th and 9th. Got the same record. No, Charlotte got one more game lost than they do.
The Nets will get that. They'll get that number 8 seed. That's probably a given. The thing though is they are a number 8 seed that can win a championship. So that's kind of scary, you know.
It's very scary. Because Ben Simmons is getting there and he get his rhythm. That's gonna be potential nightmare.
Yeah, but the problem
What up,
with
G
Ben
Major?
Simmons is he's not a good shooter, and that's gonna hurt them in the long run, man.
But he's a good facilitator, though.
Yeah.
He can run the offense when they're catching a breather.
Yeah, but if you come off of him, right, or if you have to double team Kevin Durant, you're gonna come off of Ben Simmons, and he's gonna have to be able to knock down those jumpers. And if he can't knock down those jumpers, then they're not gonna win. That's what I would do.
Well, I thought his game was more like Giannis, because Giannis really not a good jumper. He just damn stay in the paint and dunk on your ass.
Right. But he was Ben Simmons was the point guard, right? So now he's not going to be point guard over here, and he's going to be playing maybe what shooting guard, small forward, maybe, which is not really his game. So those positions are like, spot up shooters, So I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. I may actually watch the playoffs this year. Who knows?
Really?
I might. I doubt it, but I might.
God, that is sorry. All right. Next topic. We've heard of Steve Austin, right? We all know who Steve Austin is, right?
Yep.
The Bionic Man? No. The Bionic Man.
Oh, Bionic Man. Oh. Mm-hmm.
It cost $6 million to make him. But guess what? There's a new Bionic Man in the NFL, and this is his name. He is the $230 million man, Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
Is he worth $320 million?
No.
Or the owners creating their own monsters by paying these people, these athletes, these exorbitant amounts? Because we thought that Dak was getting too much. Some people did, and now they done eclipsed Dak's. So Aaron Rodgers, some arguably said is one of the better quarterbacks. Some say he's not, whichever one you go to. But based on his tenure in the NFL, based on his reputation, based on he's a Super Bowl champion, he's a 4-time MVP. So some fans will say maybe he's worth being paid the highest paid. But Deshaun, who is not a proven commodity, eclipsed even him. So for Cleveland, in my mind, it's got to be all or bust. So do you think they get a chance this year? Are they going to do it? Would you have done what they make? Whatever, however you want to which one topic you want to take on first? Whoever wants to
You're,
go.
I'll let Andre go first.
Um, um, are they being paid too much? Was he paid too much? Possibly, right? Because he hasn't done anything really, you know. But at the end of the day, quarterbacks are a rare commodity in this league, and you need a really good quarterback. I still think he has a lot to prove, but at this point, he's good. So I think I would pay him the money. I think I would pay him.
Okay.
I would say it's similar to what I would say, except for here's the thing. I think they're hurting themselves because here's the problem for the league as a whole. If you're a young quarterback and you got talent, Deshaun Watson literally duds on this. That you're not going to see that type of a deal with him again, I don't think, because he hasn't played for a year or more. And yes, could he play? I'm not saying he can't because he got them to the playoffs. He got Houston to the playoffs. They were missing a few key parts, so I can't say it was because of him that they lost. But I think it's because he felt like he had a little too much that he had to do that they lost. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, I don't blame it on him. I just think in his head he tried a little too hard, and that cost him in some games. But if you look at it, this guy's sat for a whole season, and they're giving him this kind of money. If he can't come out and play right away, and if let's say Cleveland falls farther or doesn't do as well, I mean, I think that's going to hurt him, and I think it's going to hurt a lot of quarterbacks out there with a lot of talent. I don't know how I would have handled it. I probably would have thought about doing something like, and I'm not sure. I haven't seen the contract details, so maybe they did something where there's a lot of incentives built in and stuff like that. Because when they give you this number, they don't tell you all the particulars. There could be a ton of incentives that say, "Listen, you get us to the playoffs, you get this much more. You win a playoff game, you get this much more. You get us to the Super Bowl, you get this much more." There could be a lot of incentives built into this. But if this is a lot of just this is what we're going to pay you, it's going to hurt young quarterbacks if he fails. Now, I don't know if he will. I just find it kind of difficult with that type of a quarterback. You're going to have Chubb in there. You might still have Hunt. I don't know what they're going to do with Hunt. They might, because he kind of trailed off last year at the end of it. But with Chubb, that team is built as a run team, and then you got to have a guy that can pass pretty accurately. And I'm not saying Watson can't do that, but he's a very mobile quarterback. And sometimes he's like, okay, I see a hole, I'm going to go. Well, if Chubb starts losing yardage and starts losing touches because Watson feels like he can make a run, I think there's going to be problems there. But that's all maybe. But, I mean, Watson's a good enough quarterback that if he goes in there and they get the right scheme for him, they got a good chance.
So here's the question I have: what was the reason why you think Cleveland didn't do well last year?
Last year? Well, and when I say this, don't take this a certain way. Odell Beckham was a problem for that team, and I think the team was a problem for him. I don't think the scheme fit him, and I think that was the thing. I'm not, like I said, I'm not blaming Odell Beckham because obviously another team and they won the Super Bowl and he played fine there. So sometimes it's just the mix. Sometimes it's just the mix.
Which means Baker Mayfield has been the problem over there. So now you take out Baker and you put in a better quarterback, and it's going to be problems. You have Chubb and you have Hunt, right, to run the ball. And not only do you have them, now you have a third runner in the quarterback.
That can cause problems, though. Again, I'm not going to say it is. It could cause problems. That could be a major problem for that team because it all depends. If they all get along and they can all say, "Hey, I'm going to take the ball this time," or "Hey, I'm going to," you could do a triple reverse with those three.
I think it'd be a problem.
Chubb throws it. You got lots of things you can do.
I think it'll be a problem if they losing. If they winning, it ain't going to be a problem because winning solves a lot of problems.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody talked last year at the beginning of the year about the Chiefs and they weren't doing so well, blah, 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 blah. But when things started to work, they kind of went away. I mean, if they don't start well, talk's going to start up pretty high, pretty chatty. People are going to be, hey, wait, what's going on here? Was this the wrong decision? That's going to be the first thing they're going to say. If Cleveland goes, let's say, 2-4 in the first 6 games, guaranteed the first thing they're going to say is was it the wrong choice to get rid of Baker Mayfield? And if Baker Mayfield goes someplace else and he's 4-2, that's definitely going to be the case. They're going to say that. And then how does Watson handle that? How does Chubb handle that? How does Hunt handle that? There's going to be the three they're going to hear.
Where their safety valve going to be, there's always a learning curve. You can always throw that. There's a learning curve, whether you want to admit it or not. There's always a safety valve for the first year or the first half of the season. If the season is not what you expect. So I think that'll fix itself. But what I would do if I was Watson, I'd be having individual talks with everybody on the team. Hey. I'd be learning, look, are you guaranteed money or you incentive? Because some of those players are incentive. They get so many catches, get so many touches, so many stuff. So I would make sure I would try to accommodate, especially Hunt and Chubbs. Look, they're going to have 20 touches in 2 games or whatever. I'd make sure I call those plays and get those guys taken care of, because if you take care of those guys, then they're going to take care of you.
Yeah.
Well, Hunt and Chubb have been playing like that for 2 years now? So that's not going to be an issue. That is not going to be an issue. No, I know. I'm Go ahead. Sorry.
I think it would help because if the play breaks down and some of the defense got Chubb's or Hunt's number, then Deshaun could be the safety valve. So I definitely love that.
That's what it has to be. It has to be he's the third option, and he knows in his head, this ain't going to work. I'm running it. Because if he's doing something and he's making the decision first that I'm going to run, then that's where the problems become. Again, it all depends on scheme. It depends on the coach and exactly how they formulate it. They can make it work.
I don't think they have a problem because when he had was it Hopkins was his receiver, man, he was feeding him, but when they take him away, then he got it. Hey, I got to make a play. So I think if they can get Landry back, Jarvis Landry back, I'm not sure who their receiving core is, but if they get somebody that's half as talented as Beckham and Jarvis, I think he's going to throw to him once he figure out and they trust each other. He knows their rhythm and know their route and their body language. I think that'll happen. So
here's what I think they need to do. All right.
Okay.
This is what's going to take Cleveland to the championship, to the Super Bowl, is take Deshaun Watson, trade him to Pittsburgh, and everything will be fine and dandy.
I knew it.
I knew, yep.
I knew that was coming out of your mouth.
There was going to be no solution to help them get to Super Bowl. I knew that wasn't going to happen.
They need to keep Baker Mayfield and trade Deshaun Watson to us.
That is correct.
So what, you think, do you think, one, Pittsburgh might go for Baker Mayfield? And two, if they get him, do you think that's going to hurt the team?
I hear that they're interested in Baker Mayfield, which makes no sense to me since they picked up Wentz. Not Wentz.
Yeah, but Wentz, I don't have much faith in Wentz. Baker Mayfield, to me, I don't know.
It wasn't Wentz. It was the dude from Chicago.
He's Baker Mayfield to me is a poor man's Patrick Mahomes. He has talent, but Patrick Mahomes kind of has that thing of he learns from his mistakes. Baker Mayfield seems to make the same mistakes fairly regularly. And I think that I'm thinking that Tomlin would be actually a really good coach for him, truthfully. I think Tomlin could get a lot more out of Mayfield than I think Cleveland got out of him.
That, Chris. I second that, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the problem is that I don't think Baker. Well, let's not even
sell him out.
Let's not even say. Shut up, Danny. Shut up, Danny. But let's say right now, Pittsburgh doesn't have the wide receivers to help out Baker Mayfield. At least I don't think so. They don't have the wide receiving core that's going to help Baker Mayfield. So I think he won't do very well
Is
there.
Schuster gone?
I think Claypool, Juju is
gone. Yeah.
Juju. I think. Don't he got Claypool and James. What's it called?
James Washington.
No, not Washington. But Jesse James.
Oh, Jesse James. Yeah. They still got him. From what I hear, they still have him. We have Chase Claypool.
Your tight end was pretty decent too, wasn't he?
Tight end was pretty good too. But I still think we need that. And if anything, it would have to be Chase Claypool. But I still think we just need that number one wide receiver that everyone's really scared of and maybe has to double, which opens up the other wide receivers, which will make it a little bit easier for them to pass the ball. So I don't know.
Who's your running back? Who's the running back?
Nazim Harris.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think that if I were Pittsburgh, I might sign Baker Mayfield to a 1-year deal and say, prove it.
Yeah.
He's young enough.
Well, if they do that, then he's gonna be fighting with what's the guy they picked up, the Chicago quarterback. What's his name?
Mabisky.
Nabisky, yeah. He'll be fighting with Trubisky.
Trubisky is not even no. You see, okay. I mean, like I said, I'm not high on Baker Mayfield, but he's much better than Wentz. He's much better than Trubisky. I just don't think that's gonna.
Oh, man, let's say Trubisky got an arm now. I don't know. He's not
the arm, but I don't think he has any control of that arm. I don't think he understands how to really. I don't know. I mean, that's a personal opinion. But yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting.
It will be.
All right. Next topic. Tyreek Hill, the highest paid diva in the NFL. Going to Miami. You think it's a good move or bad move? Now I heard they asked him directly. He was doing an interview, and interviewers, he said that he enjoyed being at Kansas City and he enjoyed working with Mahomes, and he said all the right things. Well, then he said, but that money, they offered me that money, and sometimes then he kind of played it off like a joke. But I think it rang some truth to it. When you get paid that kind of money, then sometimes your loyalties can go to the wayside. I think and it looks like these players are content with having one championship to say that they are a champion. Even just this one time. It's not like the players that are old that want to get as many rings as they can. So, like, he got his ring, took his ball, and he's going somewhere where he can get more money. So, do you fault him for that? Do you think that he will miss Mahomes more, or will Mahomes miss him more?
Well, I'm going to say one, he's going to miss Mahomes more in the long run because I don't think it has half the Mahomes has to get it to him, and I think we're going to find that out very quickly. Now, do I fault him for taking the money and going? No, because Kansas City has all but basically said that they knew they had him for basically one more year because they knew they were not going to compete with him monetarily because they can't. They don't. They're looking to keep what they've got going, but they've got to find that cap room and stuff. So they know they can't keep that type of a player on there at that high of a cost. And
Reed got to talk to his quarterback and say, "Look, you need to take a cut."
Well, they're again. Mahomes did do some rearranging when he got that. It's structured a little bit better than it sounded, but they were trying to get Hill to restructure and fix some issues so they could keep him for like 2 or 3 more years. I don't fault the guy for going for money. I think he's going to find out it's going to hurt him in the long run. Right now, he's probably on the outside looking in to the Hall of Fame because of his numbers. If he had stayed another 2 years, I'd say he's in the Hall of Fame. I don't think Tua is going to get it to him as much, or he's going to have numbers that he had here. And I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not saying Tua can't do it. Tua's got an arm, but he's a. I mean, I don't know what. If you want to look it up, Danny, what was his numbers last year? Touchdowns to interceptions. I mean, I think if I remember right, he gets like double-digit touchdowns, double-digit interception. It's like maybe 10 off each way, and that's just not good numbers for him. That means this guy's going to throw it downfield, and it's going to get intercepted more than he's going to get it. But
well, you see, the problem is, like Danny said, a lot of these guys now, I want that money more than the ring. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have left them.
16 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. His QBR was 49.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have left KC. I would not have left KC.
That's what I'm saying. He's on the outside looking in right now.
God. He ranked 27th out of the 30 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. Tua is not the guy for Hill. Hill can run the routes. Tua's going to try to get it to him, but they're just going to listen. If they throw it to Hill, which really right now is going to be like the only target they've got, we found out even with 2 good targets here in Kansas City, we needed a third target to kind of take it off of Kelsey and Hill. That was kind of the problem with getting rid of Watkins, and we kind of learned this past year. We needed another wide receiver, somebody else who was a pretty good, surefire way to get people off of Hill and Kelsey. If Hill is the only target he has, it's gonna be a slaughter because they're just gonna pick him off constantly.
He had 30
in his head. I'm gonna throw it down there and he's gonna catch it because Hill's great, but Hill is not a magician.
Mahomes had 37 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. QBR was a 62. He ranked 4th in yards, just a little over 4,800. So he's definitely got his work cut out for him.
Hill is going to end up being a journeyman. He's not going to be in Miami for his whole career. I can guarantee you that, unless they get a whole lot better. And then when
what's going to happen?
Back and they're not leaving.
Yeah, I agree with that. What's going to happen?
Now the rumor is that they are going to be really competing hard and going to be a thorn in Buffalo's side. AFC.
I don't think so.
They ended the season really well last year, but I don't know. I still don't see them doing any better.
Additionally, Miami has been thorn in some people's sides, and I know I'm not going to get the same reception for this, but like when Tom Brady was with New England, man, whenever they put in Miami, they had New England number. Some teams, Miami have their number, so I think they got better with Hill. I think I hope Tua makes got like him, man, because he's a product of Alabama. So I hope he can cope with it. But we shall see.
It's definitely going to be interesting.
And then the next topic is Tua's days numbered?
Hold on.
Because go ahead.
I was just going to say about the whole Hill thing there is Miami did the same thing for Hill that Denver did for Russell Wilson. And I think it's going to kill him and bite him in the ass because they have nothing to build a team around these people. And that really is the problem with these trades is that They're literally giving up everything to get one thing. I mean,
I agree and I disagree with you. I think these people in these offices know what they get on the field, know what they already got. They know the length of the contract. They know, barring injury, that this person is either a contender in this particular position or not. Their quarterback is what they've been lacking ever since Peyton Manning left, and
yeah.
he was definitely had nothing in the tank. But Von Miller helped him limp across the Super Bowl line, so to speak. But I think they think in their minds, and like I know I haven't really been paying attention to the Denver Broncos roster, but I think that these people in office know what they have, and I think they run the numbers, crunch the numbers, whatever it is, and so they say, okay, we can give up this pick, this pick, this pick, based on what we got, because we still can get what we need from the third pick, the fifth pick, sixth pick, seventh pick. Sometimes look at Tom Brady, 13th round, I think it was something like that, some low round.
Well, I understand that Tom Brady is an anomaly.
No, I'm just using him as an example. So
yeah, I know.
I'm thinking the same time that what is it, 20-something rounds in the NFL?
Yeah, okay, but Danny, I can walk into a casino on any day and put $1,000 down on Red 5 or something like that, and I might hit. I might, but I'm not putting that money down because the chances of it are slim. Now, I will fully agree with you if next year freaking Denver's 10-2 and Miami's 9-3. I will totally say I was wrong, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're both going to be subpar teams. I think they're both going to be under 500, and I think they're going to look at themselves and go like, "What the hell do we do?" And in 2 to 3 years, they're going to try to trade Hill to somebody, and they're going to play hell because they're going to have to figure out how they're going to take care of this contract they made, which is a monster. And I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what I think is going to happen. And I think it's going to be the same thing with Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson is not what he was. And I'm not saying he can't be a good quarterback. I just think I think it's a dangerous move on both of these teams' part. And I understand they're trying to make something happen. I understand that need. But I just don't think that works.
Like I said, I agree and disagree with what you said. I think that when everybody hears, especially the fans, when they hear first, second, third round, they automatically go into a panic. But I just look it up. It's 7 rounds in the NFL draft. So, you may give up 2 of your first rounds, but you still got 6 more rounds to choose somebody. And all I'm saying is that in those rounds, I'm sure that the people they send out to do their recruiting and to do their looking at people and evaluating their talent, he's going to go, and let's just say hypothetically, Danny Graham going to go in the 6th round. But here's his numbers coach. He is this, and this. So I think that, they're giving up the flash players, the players that look like they're going to be coming to be instant superstars. But I think that maybe they're banking on, look, let's just play our cards. We get Chris Knight in the 5th round, Anzo in the 6th round, then 7th round. We can make those players work.
You can, but I'm going to remind you too who's making those choices for Denver.
I know people don't have faith in him, but Denver does, because if not, he'd been fired. But
I think the problem they have, and you're partially right, I think, but I think the other problem they have is what do you think that town's going to think if they fire John Elway? That is their golden point.
They're going to go a donkey. But I think they're looking at how quick we want it now. We don't want to wait 2 or 3 years.
No,
so I think that they're going to sit down, crunch numbers, look at the landscape, and say, hey, this quarterback is going to get us where we need to get to this year or next year. So sometimes you got to pay the devil his due. So the devil is
this is definitely a hell on both of their parts.
Yeah. Whether or not they make it and go, determine whether or not John Elway is an idiot or he's a genius. So we have to wait to see next year, see whether or not he's an idiot or a genius.
Oh, I'm ready to see it. I just want to see what happens, just because that's just, to me, it's crazy.
I I hope he's a genius because I really like Russell Wilson. So I hope he
I
goes
did
there. But I don't like. I think Pete Carroll ruined him, so to speak, hurt his career. Alonzo, you got anything else on this topic before we go to this next one?
Sorry.
Um, I don't know, man. I think his days might be numbered. You know, he hasn't been doing that great. And then you, like you said, you got Tyreek Hill over there now, so you're gonna want to have a quarterback that gonna um gonna compliment him. So we'll
Yeah.
see. I don't know, man.
Well, I think Tua's days are numbered because I listened to Skip Bayless yesterday, and he was saying that his arm strength isn't what it should be. That if he doesn't make it, he feels that it's going to be Tua's going to kill Tua's career there at Miami. So because Tyreek Hill is him going to show his flaws. So and Shannon
Mhm.
Sharp said that Hill is definitely going to miss Mahomes because he's not going to get those long 60-yard
Mhm.
receptions and a jump to right into the touchdown that he's going to have to
Mhm.
work to get
Yep.
his passes because Tua's arm strength isn't that of Mahomes. So we shall
Absolutely.
see. All right. Next topic. Whew. Baker Mayfield. Nobody wants him. What kind of blow to the ego could this be when you were the number one draft pick and now what 4 years later nobody wants you?
I'll tell you
Boy,
what type of blow it is.
that must be a blow to the ego, boy.
I'll tell you what type of blow it is.
What
It's the
type is
blow. It is the kicking his ass. Because again, I think the guy's talented. I think the guy can do a lot. But he just thinks it's going to happen. Like I said, I think Mike Tomlin is the right type of coach to kick his ass and say, dude, you can do this. But it's not going to just happen because you think you can do it. You got to work
Mm.
for it. And that's the problem. When I see him play, when I hear him talk, it's literally, oh, we got this. We're a better team. We're this, we're that. His attitude doesn't help him any, but I think he needs a coach that will absolutely say to him, that move was stupid. You're not perfect. Don't do that again. And people like Tomlin, and there's a few others out there, are strong enough coaches. They don't care if you were a number one. They don't care if you're the highest paid guy on the team. They're still going to look at you and say, you ain't doing it again. And you see it sometimes with like Andy Reid. You see it with, I won't say so much with Pete Carroll, but Pete Carroll gets pretty animated. Some of these older coaches, they're gonna stick you on your ass and go, hey, no, you don't do that. You play my game. You play what I tell you to play, and you don't make these mistakes. And he needs that type of guy. So I think actually he'll get a team. Somebody will find him. Somebody will put him on a team. And I think he needs this. I think he needs to. I mean, he'll get picked up before the beginning of the season, but I think he needs that. Why am I not picked immediately? Why wasn't I picked immediately? He needs to really think about it.
Mm.
okay? What do you think, Alonzo?
Well, fucking Steelers were looking at him already. At least that was the fucking rumor that I'm hearing. I don't understand why, but I mean, no, there's nothing that can make me understand why.
Well, let me tell you the rumor that I've heard just today. I looked at it, and there may be a bit of truth to this. He is trying to gall Tampa Bay. He wants to play behind Brady.
Why? Why the hell does he want to play behind Brady?
Because he know that he's bet the numbers. Brady maybe got one on his contract. He only got 1 year left. So if he can go in there and play behind Brady, learn from the best, just my opinion, whatever. You ain't got to believe whatever. Then he'll fall into that seat next year.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield is no Tom Brady.
No, I'm not saying he is, but he still can learn from him.
I don't know. I kind of get the same feeling that I heard about Roethlisberger, because I don't know if Tom Brady wants to sit down and teach a young guy.
You ain't got to teach. I mean, he got his watch.
Yeah, but that watch doesn't teach everything.
Hey, Mr. Brady, I'm trying to figure out, man, the situation, what would you do? Because Tom Brady just said there was some defensive player. I can't think of who it was. And he picked the defensive player, picked his brand. He asked him, Tom Brady says in an interview, the defensive player that he had to play against this year, I think in one of the playoff games, he said he would ask him, man, what would you do in this situation? When you see the defense do this, what do you do? He said he told him. And then he said he used the same knowledge I told him against me in the playoffs. So I think if you ask him, hey, what are you seeing right here? So, now, I don't think Tom Brady's going to volunteer it and take him under his wing and be his mentor. But I think if he asks him, he'll tell him, okay, right here, I see this. I would do this. So I would do it. I don't know if it's true. That's just a rumor.
I don't know if he can handle what's that coach's name? Oh God,
AR, whatever his name is.
Yeah. I don't know if he can handle that guy. But I don't know. I mean, I guess you could do it. I guess that could be a way. But man, I don't know.
Yeah. You think you got on go?
Personally, I just don't. I don't know, man. I could care less about Baker Mayfield, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing I want is to see this guy in a Steelers uniform. You had so many quarterbacks that you could have went after, and
I didn't say Steelers. I said Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
He's just saying he doesn't really care.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I'm just
But I mean, he
though.
could want to go to Tampa Bay. Doesn't mean Tampa Bay actually wants him. Reason why I say the Steelers is because the rumor is the Steelers are looking at him, and I'm just like,
Well, the article I read is that he has called Tampa Bay.
Yeah, if I'm Tampa Bay, I'm gonna be like, thanks, but no thanks. I mean, it makes sense for him to do it. Go ahead.
Right, and Tampa Bay, to be honest with you, they have Brady. I think Brady signed a 1-year deal, but he could be back next year.
No, he got 1 year. He got 1 year left on this one. He didn't sign one. He has 1 year left. I think he initially signed for 3 years.
He's finishing. Okay, so he's finishing up his contract.
After his contract, he'd be a free agent. After this year, rather. Yep.
Well, I thought he was a free agent because I heard he was planning
No.
on
1 year left, and he had to make a decision. He had to make a decision if he was staying with the team or retiring, because if he had stayed with the team, the Sunday after he announced his retirement, the team would have had to pay him like a $15 million bonus or something like that. And he felt it wasn't fair, so he bowed out and did that. He'll probably still get it since he came back, but he just, I think he made the right move on that. Is that he thought about it, but he's like, if I don't make the decision now, then the team's going to get hurt and people are going to be pissed at me if I leave after I make the $15 million. So he probably said to them, guys, I'm going to go sit down and think about this. I'm going to announce it, but let's not do anything yet. Let's just talk. I'm going to think about it. And that's probably what he did. He says, I'm going to announce it, but it's not hard.
The article I read today is that he's back with the Buccaneers. They are making calls to the different players, agents, trying to talk money, and in particular, they're trying to keep Leonard Fournette. He wants Leonard Fournette to stay.
Yep.
And he's trying to get people money contracts negotiated, try to make everybody happy. He want to try and make a run. That's one of the articles I read before we came on the air. And here's another. Go ahead.
Oh, I said that sounds like a different.
Now, here's another article I read that's pretty interesting too. Brady has just recently purchased a home in Miami, and this guy here is very blurry. I'm gonna try and blow it up so you can see. His name is Dale Arnold, and he tweeted this afternoon that he wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady goes to the Miami Dolphins this season. Dale tells us he is hearing the parties are working on it. Remember, Dale was the first one to report that Brady was going to Tampa. When Brady was going to Tampa was a done deal. So this guy is some insider, whoever he is. I think he works for some company. I'm not sure, some station. He seems to have inside information on Tom Brady. Like I said, this is just a rumor. But this guy was correct, and he broke the story first from what I read and understand from the article about Tom Brady going to the Buccaneers before anyone else did. He
Mhm.
says he would not be surprised if Brady goes to Miami. So, if Brady goes to Miami, did Hill, Tyreek Hill, know that and why he decided to go, or is this just
Now,
rumor and conjecture?
you better hope
It's
he.
just rumors.
That's called collusion.
Right. I think it's just rumors because one, Tom Brady knows he's not going to win a championship in Miami no matter what, right? And
Yeah.
he's not going
But
to
if
go in his
but if
last
Tyreek
year.
Hill goes down there, I've already told and I already heard. Now I don't know. I don't know Miami's roster. But I heard they spent an ass of money in the offensive line, which is going to be in the top 5 this year. And I heard they spent some money on some running backs. I don't know because I'm not a fan of Miami. I don't keep up with their roster. This is just stuff I'm hearing when I watch First Take and Undisputed. So if that is true, and we
Yeah, but
see
they
at the beginning
still
of the season that he's wearing the Dolphins helmet, how does that change the landscape?
have no defense though.
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, again, you guys know my issues with Tom Brady, but I don't think the guy's an idiot. I really don't. I think he's a solid football player, and he would weigh out the whole thing. And he's like, listen, if I'm going to come back, I'm going to come back to a team I know because I know what this team can do. He believes Tampa Bay can do it again. He believes it, and they were in the running.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm him, I'm sticking with Tampa Bay. I'm going to be like, no, get Fournette back. Let's go. Let's do it. I know my defense is good. I know my offense is what I can work with this offense. Did Gronkowski leave?
Huh?
Gronkowski leave?
I don't know. Who
No.
Okay.
No.
No. Okay. So with Gronkowski still there, I mean, he's got what he wants. Why would he? I really don't see him making a move to Miami because of Hill. Really don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And then if that's the case, they would have to trade him to Miami. Who does Miami have that Tampa Bay wants?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing, So I don't know. I don't know where this guy got that rumor from, and I'd be surprised if it happens. But I don't see it at this point right now.
Well, I get two different numbers. One says that they're the last in defense, and one says they're ranked 19th. So I'm not sure which is which.
Mm.
But
I think they might have ended the season in 19th, to be honest with you, because they started to pick it up towards the end.
Sorry. I don't think he'll go to Miami. Just long and short.
okay.
There was also rumors that Brady wanted to go to San Francisco, so that's why I thought he was a free agent. Because I'm like, well, if he wanted to go to San Francisco,
I
right?
thought he was too, but until I looked into it, and then he couldn't go because he had 1 year left on his contract. So
Yeah, got you. Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't be able to break it, or it would have been a lot of. Then San Francisco, they had to give up a lot of the tools that they had, and they believe all they need is a quarterback because Jimmy G. They don't think Jimmy G. He got them to the Super Bowl, but they don't think he can get them over the hump.
I don't think he can get him over the hump either.
So that's what
Clinton's
everyone.
always talking about Jimmy G. Fuck Jimmy G, I hate him. So
So, last topic of the show. Devontae Adams. Did he make a mistake by leaving Green Bay and go to the Raiders? Commentator on First Take said, hell yeah, he did. He said he left a superior quarterback and going to a much weaker quarterback in Carr, and that even though he's making more money, his chances of going to the Super Bowl has not increased any. So, do you think he made a mistake by going to the Raiders, Alonzo, or you think he's gonna be all right?
what up, LB? What's going on? I actually no, I don't think he made a mistake. He's getting money and he's going to a team that was pretty decent
What up,
last year.
LB?
So he went to a team that was pretty decent last year. So I'm like, no, man, you're getting more money and you're on a team that has the potential to at least make a run in the playoffs. Yeah, that's a good choice. Plus, you already know I think fucking Aaron Rodgers is overrated as fuck. Anyways, so yeah, I get the fuck away from him and let him struggle on that fucking Green Bay team.
Trubisky or Rodgers?
What? Trubisky.
You know you lying. Ooh, boy.
Trubisky. We got him.
So
I'm gonna deal with it.
Yeah, you got it. You hear this, Chris? I say you either have Trubisky or Rodgers. He said Trubisky.
My God.
See right there?
Okay,
This is
Anzo,
another example
you know what?
of haterade right here, boy.
Anzo, we love you to death, but you really need to check your facts here.
What? Wait.
It's like I said,
what facts?
I will gladly tell you that Tom Brady is a great quarterback. I just don't think he's the best. I am not going to sit here and try to argue that he sucks, and I would rather have, listen, if we didn't have Patrick Mahomes, I would hate for Tom Brady to come here and win, but I wouldn't tell people I wouldn't want him. I just wouldn't, because I'd hate it to root for the guy. I really would hate it. But he's a good quarterback.
Danny didn't ask me if I wanted him. Danny said Trubisky or Rodgers, and I said Trubisky. He didn't ask me if I wanted Rodgers.
You know what I was implying? I'm saying for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you got to choose right now. Your choices are Aaron Rodgers or Trubisky. Which one would you choose?
Trubisky.
Oh my! Like I said, if Mahomes was not here, if Mahomes wasn't on the Chiefs at all, take him out of the mix altogether. And I had to pick between Trubisky and Brady. I would hate it, but I would definitely say Brady, because I know Brady's a better fucking quarterback. It's the same thing with Rodgers. Rodgers is a better quarterback.
I feel you. I'm still taking Trubisky.
Oh my God. See? And you call me a hater. Yeah. I just told you, if it's that to it, I would take Brady.
What's up, Josh? You said, oh, yeah. Hey, Danny, I'm working hard on my documentary. It's going to be.
I got to jump off for a second and get on my computer.
All right. Let me know if you want to do an interview and be on it. Sure. Josh says, laugh my ass off. Trubisky is trash. Yes, he is. I don't know what Anzo. Well, I do know he's smoking, but I hope he will stop because it is definitely affecting his brain. Nope. I'd rather have Rodgers own $2 billion than Trubisky for 35 cents. Damn. Yeah. Like I said, we're going to do a quick recap of our topics because that was our last topic. We started off with is Devin Booker. Is he being snubbed at the MVP race because he is the best player on the best team, and he's not even in the top three. The top three in the runnings now is Joel Embiid, Djokovic, and the Greek Freak. Those are the three in the running. He's not even in the running. And Phoenix Suns has the best winning season in both divisions, and he is on the best team, but he's not even being considered. So that is definitely a snub. We all agreed here on the show. Number two, second topic was Kyrie Irving. He pretty much said, F y'all suckers. I outlasted y'all. I didn't take the COVID vaccine, and now New York governor has in the mandates, and I can play full time now. So the hell with y'all. So Kyrie stood his ground, and now he's able to play every game now, home and away. Next topic was the first topic about the NFL. You heard of Steve Austin, the $6 million man. Well, welcome to Deshaun Watson, the $230 million man. The Cleveland Browns made the right decision or the wrong decision. Are quarterbacks being paid too much? I think they're being paid way too much. At this rate, it's going to be $300 million to get a quarterback. At this rate. In another 2 or 3 years, you got to pay somebody $300 million to be the quarterback, and that is fucking ridiculous. I don't care. Next topic was Tyreek Hill. He's the highest paid diva. Everybody call wide receivers divas. But guess what? Welcome. I want you to meet the highest paid diva, Tyreek Hill. He's taking his talents down to South Beach in Miami. Will he turn the tide, or will it be bad news for this gentleman right here? Tua, the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. Are his days numbered? Because people are saying his arm is not strong, not he doesn't have an NFL arm, and that he's not talented as he portrayed to be when he was playing for the Roll Tide, and that Tyreek Hill is going to show some of his weaknesses. So is his days numbered, or is he going to be able to rise to the occasion and stand up and be able to throw to what is arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL today, and that's Tyreek Hill. He's definitely the fastest. I think his 40 is like ridiculous, like 4.1, something crazy. Even in pads, he's running that. Next topic was nobody wants me. Baker Mayfield doesn't have a team. Number one draft pick. How the mighty have fallen. Went from the rich house to the outhouse in one season. Somebody going to pick him up. The rumor is he wants to go to Tampa Bay. Has not been substantiated. I do not have proof. I'm just talking about a rumor I've heard that he is trying to call Tampa Bay organization and want to play second field to Brady, which I don't think is a bad idea because Brady got one more season on his contract. If he decides to move somewhere else, then he may step into that spot. So I don't think it's a bad move if it's true that he wants to play behind Tom Brady.
Well, if he wants to, and Tom Brady, I think that would be a good choice to person to learn from. I wouldn't have an issue with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Next topic was Tom Brady bought a house in Miami, and the rumor is this reporter Dale Arnold says that he would not be surprised if Tom Brady was playing for the Miami Dolphins. Now, picture this: Tom Brady throwing to Tyreek Hill. Whew. Does that have Super Bowl written on it? Just a rumor. I do not have any hard factual evidence to back that up. Like I said, it was just a rumor. It was a tweet that was put on somewhere on Twitter sometime last week. I copied it, showing it for the show. This was done on March 24th, which was what, 2 days ago at 5:42 p.m. This tweet came on. And Dale Arnold is some kind of journalist that broke the story about Tom Brady going initially to Tampa Bay 3 years ago. So he's saying that he would not be surprised to see Tom Brady playing in the Miami Dolphins. So is he some kind of insider? Does he have inside news that we don't know about? That's what he's saying on Twitter. Like I said, it is a rumor. Don't go and say it. I heard on Danny's show that Tom. No, you did not hear it. You heard a rumor. I have no truth. I have no facts to back that up. That is just a rumor and a tweet that I saw, and I'm bringing it to your attention. And last but not least, Devontae Adams. He used to be the target for one Aaron Rodgers, a.k.a. the bad man, but he decided to take his talents and go to Las Vegas to play for the Raiders. Did he make a mistake by leaving a superior quarterback to play for an inferior quarterback in Derek Carr? I think he made a mistake, but he made some money. So is the money more? Because did he get the ring? Did he get a ring with Aaron Rodgers?
Tyreek?
I'm not sure. No.
Oh, no,
He's been there 10 years, so I don't know.
Oh,
so I'm not
when
sure.
When did Green Bay win the championship?
I think it was like 10 or 11 years ago. I'm not certain. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm not certain.
I don't think he did though.
But did he make a mistake? Anzo seems to think he didn't. I'm gonna give Anzo the show for a minute because I gotta step away for 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so I'm looking for when year the Green Bay Packers won the championship. 2011. So it's possible. Well, 10 years. Maybe he wasn't there. I don't think he was. But what does it say? This guy knows Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league. Who? What are you talking about? Baker about to join Johnny Manziel. I agree with you. Baker is definitely going down that route. very overrated quarterback. Not that good of a quarterback as well, but we'll see.
So that was a quick recap. Let's see. Were there any questions in the chat? Josh made a lot of comments. You said no Tatum? Nope. Tatum is not in the running. Sorry, brother. Not in the running. Tua keeps getting hurt. This is true. Baker should go to Seattle or North Carolina. I don't know who North Carolina's going to get since they lost Wilson, and I don't even know who the Panthers are looking at now. So, but I heard that the Panthers kind of declined on him. Like, I think a buddy of mine made a joke of that at work yesterday. They're like, we don't think we want you, Baker. And then he said, well, fuck you. I don't want y'all neither. So he's definitely not going to the Panthers.
Who? Baker?
Baker. It's a mistake to go to the AFC West. We shall see. 2011, he wasn't there. Nope. So Devontae Adams does not have a ring. So I guess he think he has a better chance of getting a ring going to the Raiders. We shall see. Gus Webb said, this guy knows Rodgers is the best QB in the league. I won't say he's the best. He's one of the best. But even I can't say that. As much as I love Rodgers, he's not the best. He's one of the best. At one time, well, let me change that. If you're going by stats, he's the best because he's been MVP back-to-back years. So statistically, he has the better stats. But to the eye test, I don't know. You could argue that maybe he's not the best anymore. But statistic-wise, accolades, he is. So
he is a totally lost what he is now. Yeah, that's a very real possibility there.
You are correct.
He was definitely overdrafted.
I agree. Lonely banter. You are correct on both of your statements. Go ahead, Chris.
What's the style of quarterback they say that Rodgers is?
Gunslinger.
Yeah, the gunslinger. Thank you. I was trying to remember the name. I was like, I know it's something to do with fucking guns. No, but I mean, like Patrick Mahomes, him, the gunslingers out there. They gotta be careful because it's either you're really good or you're really bad because they can.
He's good because he got the lowest interception ratio of anybody.
Oh, I know, but what I'm saying is that it's a all or nothing type of thing.
Fuck that. Aaron Rodgers is the most overrated fucking quarterback in the history of the NFL.
Let's see, overrated quarterback that has 4 MVPs and he has the lowest touchdown to turnover ratio. That's overrated.
Yes.
He's just mad because
yes.
He's just mad because he thinks the same thing of Ben Roethlisberger. So.
Please let Aaron Rodgers go to Pittsburgh, please, before he retires.
just fuck Aaron Rodgers. He had his chance. We don't want him no more.
You know what I want to know is go ahead.
Banter Baker's whole class was trash, to be honest. Who is Banter Baker's?
Banter.
Saying
only banter. LB.
Oh.
Baker's
Banter class. Baker's whole class. I got you.
My question here is that the intro, the awesome intro that you have, has Roberto wearing a Redskins jersey. I remember in our texts
that he is no longer a Redskin fan.
Let me see if he.
I think that's the real. I think you are burying the lead story here.
Let's say, Roberto, did you watch the intro?
Yeah. And it was made when he was a Redskin fan. But he says that it's it's the anger in him, right? But I promise you,
the anger that hurt.
Yeah, let
being
those
good.
Commanders start playing good.
You wait.
You'd
I'm
be
gonna
like,
get 'em.
yes,
I'll be like, nope,
Commanders.
nope. I'll be like, nope. You left
The
us.
Nationals. The Nationals would have been a much better name than the Commanders.
Big, you left us.
Yo, the memes are hilarious with all Cobra Commander shit. It's
Oh
fucking amazing.
God forbid they let frogmen like literally parachute into that stadium at any point this year because somebody is going to superimpose GI Joe people on them storming into
Oh,
you
there's
know
two.
they're going to do it. They're
There's
going to
two.
have
that would
Cobra
be
Commander on
hilarious.
and parachute's going like, ah!
There's
Oh, that would be
Deathstroke.
hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Aaron Rodgers
And
doesn't make
I don't know
any
how the
mistakes.
Guardians are going to get taken. The Indians, the Cleveland Guardians.
That's right. Aaron Rodgers was over fucking rated, guys. Trash. Fuck him.
No, he is not.
What'd you say, Alonzo?
What? That's
What'd you
anything.
say?
I know you got the Phantom Zone ready. I ain't saying it again.
Shut the fuck up.
Give it to me anyway.
Shut
right?
the fuck up.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck it.
You
I'm gonna
know
say it,
good
and
well.
I'm gonna continue to
Shut
say
the
it.
fuck up.
This is the most overrated.
Madness. This is Sparta!
If the
I can see
Pittsburgh
Aaron
Steelers
Rodgers.
take him,
I can see Aaron Rodgers kicking your ass right in the hole like that too. This is I am Aaron. I wish I could superimpose his face on Leonidas and yours on that black guy. Boy, that would be awesome. It's Green Bay.
I'm sure someone could do it. That would be hilarious, but no, fuck that guy.
Well, we've been doing this for 1 hour and 22 minutes. It has been a blast. I'll thank everybody that's came in the chat and joined us, man. Lonely Banter, Josh, Gus Webb, thank you, sir. Keely Chow, we appreciate it. G Major, Jason, Caleb, thank you all, man. Y'all have been fantastic. We appreciate it.
I didn't even know you watched sports, LB. I didn't even know that. I thought you were just,
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
dude.
Yeah.
I had him on a long time ago, and I think that's what we talked about. I think we talked about sports the whole time.
We might have to get him on here one day.
Mm-hmm.
Next Sunday, you doing Moon Night, right, Anzo?
Oh shit! It's next Sunday. Yes.
Yeah,
it comes
next
out
Sunday,
Wednesday, right?
Should come out Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Wednesday night it's on.
So next Sunday on Anzo's show, we'll be doing Moon Night Roundtable. Hearing kind of mixed reviews, man. The TV spots, I'm kind of digging it. I think he's gonna be a badass. I wish they had more than 6 episodes. So these 6 episodes got to be fire. It can't be 2 filler episodes. I think I read, if I'm not mistaken, they're gonna be 45 minutes to 55 minutes long. So
that
give us a lot
works
of
for
time.
me, man.
Yeah. So they're doing that long, man. They got to be good. Got to be good. Got to be fire.
Mm-hmm.
Before we got to hear,
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, and if any of you guys haven't watched the Halo series yet, go check that shit out. That shit was fire. I really enjoyed it. I personally can't play Halo because it's a first-person shooter, so it gives me headaches. So I've never played any of the games. So I don't know the history and the lore that people are complaining about. But at the end of the day, the show just itself was really good.
Yeah, for those of you that's on here, we got a new intro. I think y'all really gonna enjoy it. It has been made by the music put on there was done by Anzo, and the actual whole concept of the intro and outro was made by Shifty. So check it out. I think y'all like it. It's really dope. But before we go, Chris, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
Not too much. Might have another gospel according to Chris this Monday. Maybe some gaming streams. Yeah. Hey Anzo, are you doing a simulcast? Are you doing 2 groups? What are you doing?
No, it's all on Chaos.
Okay.
I'm not doing two groups though. That's you guys' thing. I'm doing one group and one group
That's
only.
fine. No, I don't care one way or another. I just
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah,
Good
yeah.
deal.
But it's only
All right.
gonna be on Chaos Central, guys. Chaos
Okay.
Central.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that on this coming up Sunday. It will be again a pain in my ass because Sundays get really busy when we start adding those shows. But that's all good though, because I mean I love doing them. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, we got our 3 shows this week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
That is correct.
So, yeah.
That's
Thank you for having me on.
Should be
man,
interesting.
as usual.
No problem.
What
Anzo,
up,
what's
guys?
going with
Bigger
you?
Ford Entertainment. I see Donnie's writing some stuff down there, so he must be a little bit busy. But you guys know Bigger Ford Entertainment. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about maybe doing a little chill stream later on tonight or whatever. I'll think about it. Probably not, but if I do, I'll do something. Other than that, man, it's been great to be on here today. It was fun, and fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Look, I can't get my thing pulled up. I would give you.
Yeah, I know you're right, and I had a
Couple of
chance.
And
Seen you busy.
I, of course, am Danny Graham, your host, aka Comment Chat, every Saturday. Unless my job interferes, I try to have this with my guys, and we talk a little bit of sports, mainly NBA, NFL. Sometimes, occasionally, we kind of throw in boxing, MLB, but not much. But we enjoyed it, man. The tops today were very interesting. I think this season NFL is going to be crazy. It's last season. Last season had me scratching my head like, what the fuck? Certainly in the fantasy league aspect of things. But yeah, catch us out next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights. You'll see each of us separate nights in together collectively. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Chaos List, Chaotic Conversation, and the Rule of Three. And of course, on Wednesday nights at 10 on Zo's channel, OOC, where all kind of topics, usually controversial or thought provoking, you'll find on there. Chris got a host of shows that he do. Every now and then I may do my own thing, depending on the topic that pops up that I feel kind of passionate about. But we try to give y'all good content, and we try to make you laugh, try to make you think, try to get you engaged in the conversation. We also have, I think we're going to try to do every Friday a ranking. We rank the top buddy cops of all time, which I think number 1 was Tango and Cash. Number 2 was 48 Hours. And number 3, I can't think what number 3 was.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, no, you got that wrong. Lethal Weapon was 1, Tango and Cash was 2. Yeah.
Haters. You gave me the last vote, and I was picking Tango and Cash over Lethal Weapon.
Haters. Your whole fucking chat was a hater then.
The 3,
No, man.
you going the whole series versus one movie. That's not fair.
Why?
I think it speaks volumes to the fact that they never made another Tango and Cash.
Okay, yeah, that it won. So I'm glad it won.
That there was some issue.
No, well, no issue.
I still think that Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon is fire. I'm not saying it. They made the top 3, so I'm happy. Could have gone 1, 2, and 3 were interchangeable to me. But I said at the beginning of the show, I said Tango and Cash gonna win because to me that was just the ultimate buddy cop, yin and the yang, wild card versus someone straight. And usually we think the other way around because Sylvester Stallone usually plays.
The other thing though is here's the problem with that though. Hold on.
All right. Go ahead and tell me the problems with it as you see it.
Yeah.
I think Lonely Banter agrees with us. He says facts.
Yeah, when I said Aaron Rodgers was overrated, sucks. He says facts. He agrees with me. No, he agrees with me.
Yeah.
He agrees with me.
Rush Hour was voted off. I don't know why, Josh, but it was voted off.
It basically
because it went up against
the formula that Lethal Weapon was. That's the problem I have with it. It came out after Lethal Weapon. Tango and Cash. It stole the.
Are you sure it came on after? It came
yes,
out first
88. Tango and Cash was 88 or 89. 87 was Lethal Weapon. In fact, hold on. I know Lethal Weapon was okay. Tango and Cash was 89. Lethal Weapon was 87. So 2 years after the fact. In fact, when was Lethal Weapon 2 out? Lethal Weapon 2 came out the year that Tango and Cash came out. I mean,
And
you know
again, what is your point?
the point is Lethal Weapon's a much, much better. Even if you just put the first movie up against Tango and Cash, it's a much better movie. Come on. You had the actual fucking cokehead Gary Busey in that. I mean, that guy's a nutcase when he acts.
Yeah,
like
but you
that.
see,
That is
Lethal
him.
Weapon. You see, Tango and Cash had a good mix with Sylvester Stallone. You know what I mean, and Kurt Russell. I think they meshed together. There was a lot of comedy in it as well. It's a good fucking movie, bro. I ain't mad at it.
That comedy
I
was
ain't mad at
because
it.
of they did it because Lethal Weapon did so well, and they wanted to go up against Lethal Weapon 2. I know that was one of the reasons why they did it, because it was starting to take off. But no, whatever.
I think democracy wins. You know what I mean?
No. You played it like a czar. You said, "Screw this! I'm not giving it to the people."
Wait, how?
I say, because you said you were going to pick Tango and Cash, and it should have gone to the chat, and you know it.
No, but Tango and Cash would have been my pick regardless. That's why I said I'm not gonna give it to the chat because the chat's gonna pick Lethal Weapon. It's gonna piss me off. So I said, nope, I'm taking the pick, and I took Tango and Cash as it should be.
That pick took it to the chat, and the chat picked Tango and Cash. So you got to be mad at the chat. The score was 3-2. Lethal Weapon. Alonzo picked 3 to take it to the chat.
No.
No, I picked
Tango and
it was
Cash,
3-2, and then I picked 4. I didn't
Yeah.
send that one to the chat.
Yeah.
Tango and Cash.
Yeah,
he didn't
against
send
Lethal
Tango
Weapon,
Cash
yeah.
and Lethal
It was
Weapon
4-2,
he knew
so
the chat,
it was,
and the whole chat was
yeah.
going Lethal Weapon, Lethal Weapon, Lethal Weapon, Lethal Weapon, Lethal Weapon. It just goes to show you that sometimes democracy isn't right.
It was 3-2, and I had the chance to either take it to the chat or put Tango and Cash over.
You put it over,
and I decided, and I put Tango and Cash.
They had the best villains too. Jack Palance, man, can't beat that. I'm happy.
Tango and
I
Cash
think Gary
definitely
Busey
deserved
was.
it.
I think Jack Palance he plays it so. I don't know. He's good. I just think Gary Busey's better because I buy it from Gary Busey because that's how Gary Busey is. Jack Palance.
I need to find one for this Friday. I gotta think of one to come up with. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But
All right,
guys, I gotta run.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
show.
man. We
for all of y'all that
easy,
stick
guys.
around, I think you're definitely gonna love this intro,
I'll
outro.
wait for that.
So here it is. Peace. You catch you next week.
yeah.